This video is going to be a full walkthrough for ActiveCampaign. So in this video we are going to get ActiveCampaign integrated within Convertri. We are going to create a list within ActiveCampaign where we can store the emails we collect in Convertri, and finally create a working form page with ActiveCampaign. So to get started, let's go to the account dashboard and select integrations from the left-hand toolbar. We're going to scroll until we see ActiveCampaign, then we're going to click Setup. So there's two things we're going to need to set this up, our API key and our API URL. So you can either find this by clicking this blue link here, or I'm just going to show you how to do it from the dashboard of your account to avoid any confusion. So we need these two things, so log into ActiveCampaign in a separate tab and either click on this link, or alternatively, here will be your dashboard, go to Settings, scroll until you see Developer, and then here we will have the two things that Convertri is asking us for, the URL and the key. So copy your URL and place it in the top box, and then copy your key. Place it here and click Save. Got a little green message saying that ActiveCampaign is successfully connected and a little green tick. So we know that they are connected. So as I said, the next thing to do is to make sure that I have a list to send my signups to. So this is important when you think about the fact that not all of your users will often want the same thing. You might want to create lists for a number of reasons. You might have different products that just need to have their users segmented so that you can make follow-up or different sales emails to them, or you might have different mailing lists depending on, when someone bought a product, if it's an old version of a product. There's a variety of reasons, but it allows you to organise the emails so that you can have lots of different pages with lots of different lists. So to create one of these within ActiveCampaign itself, go back to that tab you were in and go back to your dashboard, which you can find by clicking the top hand logo. So you're going to have lots of options on this left-hand toolbar, but we want lists. So click on that. So you get a master contact list automatically created for you when you create an account with ActiveCampaign, and then I have created a list for the purpose of today's walkthrough called Walkthrough List. But if I wanted another list, if I had lots of different pages, I would just click Add a List here, and you will be taken to a form, a place where you can name a list, and these will appear within Convertri. Once you've created, it's probably best to refresh your Convertri account in case they don't pop up, just to make sure that it's had the time to know that you've created a new list. So once you're happy that you've got all the lists you will need, go back to your Convertri account, go to the campaigns dashboard and go to the funnel and page where you will be adding this form. I am using a template for the purposes of today, but the basic thing that you would need in order to create a form will be an email box and a submit button. These can be found in the form elements tray on the left-hand toolbar. Here's email, here's submit. I've also got a first name box which can be found here, just to show you what it's like that you can have, multiple form fields available, and you can add in all the information you want to collect from someone. You might want their address, you might want a variety of things, and you can create boxes for that. So once you've got all the boxes that you need, all the information you want to gather, go to the forms icon in the top hand toolbar and go to Autoresponders. Then we're going to select ActiveCampaign because that's what we have integrated. We'll be prompted to select which list, and you can see I've got the master contact list that was automatically created for me, and the walkthrough list that I said I wanted to use today, so I'm going to select that. So here we have the fixed fields, so it knows that the email box is an email and the first name is a first name. This isn't always the case, and at times this will just say fields and there will be a drop down here, and you'll just need to allocate these. So you would need to label an email as an email and a first name as a first name to make sure that both Convertri and ActiveCampaign understand what that information is. Otherwise, if you labelled, for instance, first name as last name, your ActiveCampaign information would be incorrect, and you would have people's first names detailed as their last names. So good to get that sorted out. And then if you haven't already, you can click done. And if you haven't, then you will be brought to here, which will give you the options for your thank you page. So either you don't want one, and when the form is submitted, the person will stay on the page, or you do want one, in which case you can paste the URL in here, and then decide if you want to pass on the submitted form data to this page. So once you've got the autoresponder and the thank you page set up, you can click done. A red tick has appeared next to the forms icon, which lets us know that we have done this correctly. And now you are ready to publish your page. You can check that it's live and check it yourself and see the email appear in your list in ActiveCampaign. And then you are ready to start collecting people's email addresses with ActiveCampaign.